What was it like to be an artist? If you were a known artist prior to 1931, what was it like to be an artist after 1931 in Germany?
Well, it depended a great deal on one's ethnic background and on the style in which one worked. If one was Jewish, one was obviously going to have difficulties after January 33 when the Nazis came to power. And most Jewish cultural figures did leave Nazi Germany. They emigrated. They realized early on that there was no place for them in Hitler's Germany, and the most remarkable immigration, cultural immigration in history, the exodus of cultural figures from Germany in the early 1930s, is so notable, and we in America benefited greatly, especially here in Southern California, where there was a immigrant community that included Thomas Mann and Bertolt Brecht, and the Hollywood community with Erich Maria Remarque and Marlene Dietrich. But if one was not Jewish, and one thought one's work could fit into the Nazi regime, people usually stayed and made a go of it and tried to find acceptance in the Third Reich. And that's what I'm so interested in, our cultural heroes who I think by disposition were anti-Nazis. I mean, they had very little sympathy for Hitler and the racism and the hatred, but they saw themselves as German and they wanted to stay and work in their homeland. And whether it was because they had endured 3 years of the Great Depression, economic hardship, and they saw in 1933 an opportunity to work, the Nazis, with their public spending, their public works, they invested a great deal of money in culture, in the arts, and they were great patrons. And so suddenly there were these opportunities to design and compose and build and what have you. And that was very tempted for these people who had seen the lean years from 1930 to 33, and they thought, all right, now is an opportunity to work again. Most of these figures thought of themselves as quintessentially German, and they were trying to create an art for a new Germany, and they were patriotic, nationalistic, and so they felt at home in this country, even though it had been taken over by the Nazis. But mostly these modernist heroes had huge egos, and they believed with their talent they could work for anyone, they could design for anyone. And that was certainly the case with Walter Gropius and Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. Van der Rohe says, I would build for the devil if he commissioned me, and he just wanted to work, and if it was for Hitler and the Nazis, so be it. And they thought with their genius that surely they would find acceptance with this new regime.